All right, hello everyone. Yes, it's weird for me to be on the other end of that little chat there. This is the game Squidlit. I'm doing all bosses percent, which just means that I'm not using a glitch to skip over one of the bosses. I'm controlling Plip, our main character here, and the main attack for Plip is inking anything below her. So time is going to start when I ink this start button, and it ends on the last box of dialogue on the final boss. And I'll give a little heads up when that's coming along. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to say except let's get going here. So let's count down. 3, 2, 1. All right. So, there's a few little tricks in this game that I'm going to be using, like this ink hover right here to avoid touching the ground. First thing we need to do, we need to talk to a baker to get our health for the game. And of course, what do Squidlits like more than anything? That's right, muffins. So we got our muffin health. I also use the interact button while going by the band so that the band would stop playing momentarily. Why'd I do that? Because it's an achievement. So here we have our first real level area, in which all I really have to focus on is playing the game well. So there, instead of jumping, just to save myself a bit of time, I fell down and then inked a bit. And here, I'm going to jump and add my max height ink up so that I go a bit beyond the height that I'm allowed to be able to make that little jump that you saw there. And there's another jump hover. Now here I'm going to damage boost. As I hit into the enemy, I'm going to press the direction pad in the other direction so that when I move away as I'm taking damage, instead I move forward. So that is one of the tricks with this game. Those weren't the best damage boosts I could have done, but they were at least done, so I'm sticking with it. Now we go to the farm area. The farmer we just passed there, he has a infestation problem, and he asked us to get rid of all of the snails and the sharkapillars in his farm. Yes, they are called sharkapillars. So we do that for him. At the same time, I want to make sure that I end this section with maximum muffins. And you'll see why once I get to the boss. And here's the last one, and they're all done. So as a favor for helping out in his garden, the farmer lets us use his hovercraft. Now here, we have the first boss. I want to make sure I'm at maximum muffin. And there we have the first boss. And then we ink the castle, because it's an achievement. So now we have this dialogue here that I have to do. And you have to make sure to pick the right option when doing that dialogue. Shoot, I wanted to hop over the ghost. Anyways, yeah, back to the dialogue. You want to make sure to get the right option for that. So what I actually do is I move my right hand over to use the joystick, and I'm mashing up with my left hand, because it turns out if you just hold a direction with the joystick, the dialogue is automatically going to pick that option. So now we grab the key from the sleeping guardsman, and we escape a prisoner who has another key. Why a prisoner has a key, I'm not really sure. So a bit of inking here, get over that ghost, and then through a door. By the way, you'll notice that doors in this game are a suggestion, not so much a rule. Ink a bit. Oddly enough, while I was practicing this game and de-rusting, I kept hitting into enemies in this section, and I'm happy to say, like, while de-rusting, I got better at it. Now we face the ultimate enemy here, stairs. If you were here for the Mario run, you'll know why. And once again here, I'm holding left on the joypad, or joystick, and mashing up, because if I do any of the A or B buttons to jump there, I risk jumping and then not going through. Now we have the closest thing to an auto-scroller. If you can count to 8, you can beat this boss. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And double time! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, door just being a suggestion there. So now we have this little Ooblug town.
Just to cut in super quick, I just want to say a huge thank you to Johnson for the $50 USD. If you want to put that towards any incentive, please let us know. It's very generous and we appreciate it. We also have Antlers Z44 with 10 USD. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to the rest of the marathon, especially my dude Herakbet0304, Lookin' Toad, and Krebs. Kill them critters.
Alright, thanks very much for the donations, everyone. So, during that time, I entered into the library, where we have to get rid of 7 possessed books. Once we get that, we're allowed to move on. I already managed to get rid of 3 of them, so here's another one. Whoop! Right over there. And then we have more deadly stare enemies. So, yep. Messed up a bit on my hover at that point. And, whoop. Jumped a bit early there, didn't mean to do that. Ah! I inked too early, oh no! Okay, that was, I normally call this, library the spaghetti library. Instead of books, there's pasta. For that very reason. And final book to get in, and now we just have to talk to the Ooblug here, who gives us. And now we come to my favorite part of the game, the cellar. Why is this my favorite part? Shoot. Just because there's nothing in here except for good old platforming. So, I don't have to kill a certain number of enemies. You don't need to destroy things. You don't need to talk to people. It's just about moving through smoothly and cleanly. Here we have a deadly hall. Oh, no! Oh, I dodged it. Oh, okay. Whew, that was close. Real, all my skill here. And now we're going into another boss. So this is Grimoire, the book boss. His main thing is his attack dictated by what's on the pages. And if you ink it, you don't have to completely get rid of it, but if you ink it even once, it'll cancel out that attack. And normally the pattern for doing it is left, right, left, right. I'm gonna delay my hop just a bit there. Yeah, I saw it was bees. And now we have bombs. Now, I inked him once while going out, and then inked him again at the top, and then inked him again when he was at the bottom of his attack, because he's going to go at the down there anyways when he dies. So, it saves some time in the run to do that. Now we just have this little...
The Phantomir with 10 USD. Excited to see Dan do his thing. Best of luck on the run.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for the Elec Head run as well. So now we're coming up to the... This is the final true level of the game. This is the castle climb. What you need to do for a lot of this, the main gimmick here, is baiting these ooze enemies into pressing buttons for you so that you can get through doors. Oh! Went a little bit fast there. I did a damage boost there just to save myself a bit of time. One thing, though, I want to make sure is I want to have 2.5 muffins at least after this so I can try to get the quick kill on the boss. If I have less than that, I'll have to either do slow sets or restart the fight or something like that. So get that, bait the ooze. If you ink the ooze, you lose a lot of time because they don't die. Alright, so 3 muffins. Now we're going to attempt the quick kill here. Basically what you have to do... Ah, shoot. I'm going to retry that once. I have the time for it. Wow, I am not getting it today. All right, one more try. Ah, almost got it. All right, here's a backup strat. Instead of doing the quick kill, get hit by the lasers, it sends you back, and then you can ink that. So, unfortunately, I didn't get the quick kill. A little sad. So we're almost done here. After this, there's going to be a lot of dialogue that I just have to mash through. Typically, I would go towards the right to select the second option, which is slightly faster. But because this is for charity, I'm going to give our final boss a hug. And that's time. So that was the Squidlit all boss runs. Thanks for Game Over Cancer. This was my first marathon run that I ever submitted or ever tried to do, so I'm really happy I was able to do it for some charity. I'm avoiding the ink here at the end because it's an achievement. So if you get through the credit scroll without getting inked, it's you get an achievement for that, and Plip arrives safely. But other than that, that is a Squidlit all done. I got into this game because there's an achievement for finishing the game in under, I think, 10 minutes and 30 seconds. And as you can see with this time, it's very possible, and it's a lot of fun to speedrun. All right, and I think that is everything.